Have you ever wondered why some people just seem to get it? They know what they want and they go after it. Meanwhile, you're trying all these personality tests and reflection exercises, but you're still making decisions that don't feel right. You know, you probably should be more self aware, but honestly, most of the approaches out there feel way too complicated to actually use. And you're watching other people handle their careers and relationships like they have some kind of roadmap. Well, you're still out there figuring out what even works for you. Here's what I've discovered after 2 decades of coaching. Self awareness isn't about having all the answers. It's about having three simple tools that help you understand yourself in real time so you can make decisions that actually fit who you are. In today's episode, I'm sharing three practical tools that my most successful clients use every single day to build real self awareness. Plus, the story of how one client went from constantly second guessing themselves to making confident decisions that transformed their career. By the end of this video, you'll have three tools you can use immediately to build real self awareness and make confident decisions. A while back in our self discovery episode, click the link above to watch. We explored 15 life changing questions for deeper self discovery. There's a free handout that goes along with that video that I will link in the description below. Today, we're building on that foundation because here's what I've learned: asking yourself the right questions is powerful, but knowing how to use your answers in daily life, well, that's where real change happens. So let me ask you this: what would become possible if you could turn self awareness from an occasional insight into something that guides every decision you make? Welcome to Fulfillment Fridays, where we explore how to create alignment between your purpose and your path to fulfillment. I'm Ann Jones, and today we're talking about how to build self awareness that actually works in your real life, not just in theory. I want to share three practical tools that will help you develop real self awareness you can use every single day. Number one is your daily awareness practice. This is how you stay connected to what's actually happening with you instead of just reacting all day long. Here's what this looks like. Ask yourself each morning, how am I feeling right now? And what do I need today to feel good? Instead of just jumping straight into your to do list without checking in with yourself first. Pause around lunch and notice what's working well today and what's draining me. This helps you adjust your afternoon instead of just pushing through when something isn't working. Spend 5 minutes each evening asking, when did I feel most like myself today? And what felt right versus what felt forced? This builds your awareness of what actually fits you versus what you think should fit. And look back each Sunday at your week to spot patterns like, I'm sharper in the morning, or I make better decisions when I'm not so rushed. This way, you can start noticing what actually works for you. Now, let's build on this foundation. Number two is your pattern spotting system. This is how you connect the dots between what happens to you, how you react, and what works best. Here's what this includes. Pay attention to what gives you energy and what drains you, like realizing you love brainstorming sessions, but administrative work exhausts you, or that you thrive when you're collaborating, but struggle with too much solo work. Notice how you actually make decisions. Do you research everything first, go with your gut, ask for input, or avoid decisions altogether until you have to make them? And which approach gives you results you're happy with? Track when you're most focused and creative. Notice whether morning meetings work better than afternoon ones, whether back to back calls energize or drain you, and when your best ideas come. And watch how you handle different situations: conflict, stress, good news, changes. Figuring out if you need quiet time to think or if you get energy from talking things through with people, that's going to be super helpful. Now, here's where most people stop. They notice patterns, but don't actually use that information to make different choices. But the real power comes from when you turn those insights into action. Number three is your personal insight action plan. This is how you take what you've learned about yourself and actually use it to make better choices. Here's what this means: actually use what you've learned about yourself when you're making choices. Ask, does this match how I work best? before saying yes to things. And schedule important work during your natural high energy times instead of forcing it when you're tired. Arrange your space and schedule to match how you work best. If you need quiet to think, create that space. If you need collaboration to generate ideas, build that into your routine. Let people know what you need to do your best work. Say, I do my best thinking when I can sleep on this. Or, I'm more creative when we can talk through ideas together, instead of trying to fit everyone else's style. When you're facing big decisions, ask yourself if this fits who you actually are. Ask, does this feel like me? Before committing to career moves, relationships, or changes that might look good but don't match who you actually are. Here's what happens when you start using these three tools together. The clarity can completely change how you see yourself. Let me share a story that shows you exactly what this looks like. I had a client who was constantly second guessing themselves at work. They'd been promoted to a leadership role, but every decision felt like a struggle. They'd spend hours researching the right way to handle a situation, ask multiple people for advice, and then still worry they were making the wrong choice. Meanwhile, they watched other leaders make decisions quickly and confidently, wondering, why does everything feel so hard for me? What am I missing that makes this look so easy for everyone else? The breaking point came during a team restructuring when they needed to make several important decisions quickly. Instead of trusting their instincts, they got paralyzed trying to find the perfect solution. They'd start moving in one direction, then doubt themselves, then change course, then worry they made the wrong choice again. Their team started losing confidence in their leadership because the constant uncertainty was affecting everyone's ability to move forward. That's when they realized the problem wasn't they didn't know how to lead, it was they didn't know how they led best. So they started using their daily awareness practice to understand their natural decision making rhythm. They discovered they were trying to make all the decisions the same way, when actually they had different processes for different types of choices. Through their pattern spotting system, they realized they made their best strategic decisions when they could think through scenarios alone first, but they were most effective with people decisions when they could talk through options with a trusted colleague. They'd been forcing themselves to use the same approach for everything, which explained why some decisions felt so much harder than others. And through their personal insight action plan, they started designing their leadership approach around their authentic style. Instead of trying to be the leader who had instant answers, they became the leader who asked thoughtful questions and created space for their team to contribute to solutions. Instead of making all the decisions at meetings, they started saying, let me think about this overnight and get back to you tomorrow. What started as constant self doubt became confident, authentic leadership. Their team started commenting on how much clearer and more decisive they'd become. But the real transformation was internal. They finally understood their own leadership style and could make decisions from that authentic place. 6 months later, they were promoted again, this time because their unique approach to leadership was exactly what their organization needed for that new role. Now, before we get to your actionable steps, I just wanted to say that I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share these strategies and stories with you each week. If you found value in today's insights, I'd love your help in reaching others who might benefit from this message. A simple like or subscribe would mean so much, and it helps the YouTube algorithm spread these insights to more people. Now, let's put these tools to work in your life. Here are three questions to help you start using what we've just talked about. Number one, what's one question you could start asking yourself each morning to check in with how you're feeling and what you need for the day? Number two, what's one pattern you've already noticed about yourself? Maybe when you have the most energy or how you naturally make decisions that you could pay more attention to. And number three, what's one area of your life where you could start using what you know about yourself to make better choices that actually fit who you are? Self awareness doesn't have to be complicated. These three tools will help you make decisions with confidence instead of constantly wondering if you're doing the right thing. If you're nodding along to any of this, I'd love to explore how we could work together to build your self awareness that leads to real fulfillment. Click the link in the description below to learn more about coaching options. And if you want more insights like these delivered directly to your inbox, join my newsletter for weekly strategies on building fulfillment. The link is also in the description below, along with that free self discovery question guide from our earlier episode. Share in the comments below which of these three tools feels most helpful for where you're at right now, and what's one insight you've already gained about yourself. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. See you next Friday for more insights and inspiration. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to give it a like and share it with someone who's ready to follow fulfillment in their own way. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Make sure you subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell for more follow fulfillment strategies and inspiration. Thanks for watching and see you next time.